Well, here is a fascinating band I have sat on for far too long. Becoming a recent obsession again, it is finally time to dive into a peculiar band with an abridging discography spanning their unique transition across the spectrum of metal. They helped forge a significant portion in the musical landscape of my youth. I discovered them through the CKY movie soundtracks sometime before this album's release. As the fourth of four, it is the duo of Lex Icon and Psychoma's final offering, with the spectre of the supposedly fully written fifth unreleased record, Aria Galactica, left in limbo to this day. For me, this band have never set a foot wrong, with each of the albums living up to its own vision. SETI, however, is a notably trendy record, aligning somewhat with the rapidly rising Rammstein sound of the time. It's an industrial metal romp rocking strong symphonic and electronic instruments with a mild hangover from their black metal days. Its complexity is notably less lavish compared to what came before, but in this simplicity a catchy stride is struck. This brings me to my favourite aspect. Each of the songs have character and theme that sets them apart from one another. Embroiled in the post-nu metal vibes of that era, the duo seem to have an ear for what makes the downtrodden anthems tick, repackaging them in their spacey, synth-heavy take on this popular strand. SETI has a handful of songs I wouldn't blink twice if I heard blaring in the intermissions at a metal festival or a metal club. The reality is a sad one though. These legends are very much overlooked and forgotten, having barely toured since the release of this record. And so the album ebbs and flows between slabs of stomping, distortion, guitar-led groove, and melodic counterparts of a strange cyberpunk synth. The songs often finding their climax when they fire on all cylinders. Equally, from track to track, it alternates with slower anthems. Star by Star, Stillborn Universe, The Perfect End open up with moody sing-alongs that have something wonderful emanating through the walls of sound. This is a dense record. A barrage of industrial kit sounds gives the meaty sound a depth as peculiar key tones drive home its potent melodies. They often pull up a classic old school monster flick spooky synth sound that is just a delight to indulge with. In the madness of thick instrumentation, the pair are quite adventurous with the vocals. The best comes when brooding melancholy lyrics from a burly voice. Between it all, a variety of intensities, often harking back to harsh black metal screams, gives the whole record bursts of raw aggression that is fantastic. Early on, strong operatic female vocals are worked in like resonant symphonies, drawing in the more expectant vibes to deliver the massively cosmic and astral tone the music encompasses. Neon would be a keen example of diversity, as drawing in Eastern sounds adds to the flavour, somehow making them beautifully alien in the process. This record potentially has one flaw though, and that is length. Filling up a CD at a bold 67 minutes, many of these numbers cross over the 6-minute mark and seem lengthy with repetition loaded into the song structures. Yet it is not so. These songs are so infectious that they hold you in. The weaker cuts do find themselves towards the end, however they all give you something unique. Speaking of which, it ends on a cover of The Memory Remains. Originally by Metallica, it's a rocky cover, not quite finding the groove, but when the sing-along melody hits, the operatic vocals bring it in wonderfully. All things said, this record is etched into my soul somewhat. I've adored this band for so long and think it's a massive shame they are not known of more. Diving back into these records and writing about it will be some good therapeutic fun, however. And here on the music channel, I'm trying to build up some diversity by not talking about the same artists over and over again, so if you would like to read more about this band, I'll be writing about them over on the music blog. That'll be the place probably to catch more about this fantastic duo. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to see some more of my music blogs, go check the website out. Every page has over 1,000 articles sorted by artist, year, genre and more. Just hit Ctrl F and have a search for something that interests you. You can find a link to the blog in the description box down below, where you'll also find links to my other YouTube channels. Check them out if you are curious. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to subscribe to catch the next upload.